Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Indeed Base Tours. Today we're going to look at Ceruza's and Flawlzz. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Base. And I think I'm going the wrong way. Ceruza, where's your base? It's like north or something, isn't it?
Hello. Um, it's between all of the blood rivers.
The blood rivers. I need to find the blood rivers.
I'm not sure I actually have a map.
No, wait. Oh no, wait. That's clay stuff.
Minus 500, minus 1,300.
Okay, for somehow I'm really far off. Don't you have god powers?
I do.
Beam me up, Scotty. Ah! I'm in your head.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay, whoa. I'm looking on the map here. What the... Okay, 1 second. Hold on a minute. What is this?
Welcome to basically the lair of the psychopaths.
Damn. When you say you built within a 3x3, you really built within a 3x3.
Yeah. Me and Dries, Flawlzz, who also lives in this base, we've had some history together.
Okay.
And we've tried building together in various ways, but
Is that a dragon?
I believe there's a few different dragons, yeah.
Dang. I'm just
We tried
looking at the
building.
outside.
Yeah. We tried building together in different ways, but in the end, the best way was to just let me do my thing and then he decorate the outside. So essentially, everything beneath the ground in the 3x3 is my little area where I can be myself.
So
and everything above is him being crazy.
Oh, it's a little dragon boat. I like it. What's this? Whoa! It's a lighthouse.
It blinks.
That's kind of cool. That must cause a crap load of lag.
It causes FPS lag, it doesn't cause any server lag.
Dang. Is that the entrance down there? Your little white pearly entry? Or is there a more direct route?
I'd say this is... You mean like the dock place? This is about
Yeah.
as good as it's gonna get, I think.
Whee! Boop. I do love this jetpack. Okay. Wow. Look at this place.
So, we were discussing how to build the entrance and like the theme of the base, and we thought that, you know, what would make sense more than essentially bucketing up the blood of our torture victims and making a little pond out of it.
A little pond?
Yeah.
Just a little one.
And then the little pond turned into a little river, and then it turned out into a couple of, you know,
Look
more
at you.
ponds.
Look at you taking advantage of the reverse physics of liquid glowstone.
Oh yeah.
It flows up.
That was a complete fluke, actually. I'm really happy that worked out.
Because that just looks really messed up. Wait, am I the one upside down, or is it?
Or is it you?
Maybe I'm just upside down on the inside looking through a reversion glass.
And obviously also we have our own little call sign over here.
Call sign.
Do you have Minecraft signs on?
Sounds on yet?
Oh, you should be able to hear this.
I hear something going.
You can click it yourself, yeah. It's the call of the psychopath. I guess we can begin...
That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need this to get around.
Ah, too many buttons.
I'm gonna tell my AI system to craft a thing for you as well.
I'm seeing things. It blocks staff of traveling. Is that what this is?
Yes, this is a travel... Yeah, we have travel anchors set up in our base because I am not a very artistic person and stairs are the devil.
Says the man who runs the base of Sainton.
Essentially, yeah. But if you look up with the staff, you should be able to select a big square in the sky and jump to
Ooh.
it. And since we're doing this at night, it also means that there's probably going to be mobs here and we're going to have to fight.
That's okay. Little battles never hurts anyone.
These are our Gendustry bees. Dries mostly did all of this work, but their existence is essentially centered around producing us some resources.
Okay.
I find bees terribly unexciting, so I haven't really messed around a lot with those, but Dries couldn't be here today, sadly.
Okay.
If you come up here, you can fly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a low-tech scrubby. Well, you are, but not the lowest of low.
Love you too.
Um, this is one of our latest toys, actually. I don't think there's another mod pack that has these
Oh, the solar
solar
flux.
panels. Yeah, these are actually these solar panels produce varying amounts of power depending on the stage of the sun. So it'll
Oh, this
produce
is tier 6, so this is 4096
yeah,
RF per tick with an output of 32,000 and holds 60 million.
yeah, but it doesn't produce 4,000 all the time, obviously. It only
It's only
produces
at noon, right?
4,000 around noon, yeah, and then it scales up from like 2.5 thousand, I think, in the beginning, and towards the end as well.
Okay.
And not at all during the night, but it's very balanced in my opinion. I think these three cost me like 16,000 iron,
What?
50,000 glass, and assorted other materials. So, and they
Whoa!
take a long time to craft as well. So, I think it's a pretty fun solar mod. Hopefully, it'll stay pretty hard. Otherwise, we'll probably can it.
That's insane. That's a lot of iron. Ow.
Yes.
I fell.
You should get an angel ring, mate.
Yeah, when I finally kill the nether, I'll get on that. Ooh, I have strange whispers have revealed secrets to me. Damn you, duns.
I think if you go like over here, you'll see one travel anchor. I think that's the right one. Yes.
Yeah, I hit you. Haha.
This is what would I guess mark out that it's my base. This is something that I always do.
We are now underground.
Yeah. I make a control room. Traditionally, before 1.7.10, this middle square would be the crafting CPU.
Yeah.
The MAC, the molecular assembly chamber. But now I've just made it into a stupid control panel since they've changed it. But essentially, just a room with automated machines all around the walls. That'll be essentially my signature, I suppose. And then everything else varies.
Okay, so a little walk around the backside here. So just some different color cables to spread things out a bit. And many interfaces on top of the machines.
There's quite a bit of shenanigans going around here.
There is. I like how you did the different colors just to make sure that crap didn't connect where you didn't want it to connect.
Yeah.
Though I wish the Ender IO ME conduits had been properly done out.
I think they're getting at it. They are getting at it in a future update.
That would be very nice to have to make it just go in here with the rest of it. Make it much neater.
Most of this stuff is not optimized at the moment, but I haven't really needed to optimize it, but I will eventually.
Yeah.
These
inscribers.
I'll give a little tip to anyone. You can actually do this with Steve's Factory Manager. It's very simple logic, and it can be made a lot faster than it can be done any other way.
Oh, really?
And much neater without all of these cables and channels.
Huh.
And this is actually something that's worth noting. This ender chest here, if you look into the interface, you'll see it produces the things that needs to go into water, right?
I can't because your security system won't let me in.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Here you go. Right-click that, please. Shift right-click even. Thank you. Now give me 1 second.
You just happen to have one on you.
That's what in the beginning of the video, I said I was gonna make you a thing, and I made you a thing.
You did make me a thing.
That's the thing I made you.
Ah, yay things.
Okay, now click the interface.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I see it.
uh, and the teleport stuff. Since the problem we had was that we use these a lot, rings of magnetization, and they'll pull
Oh,
stuff that's nearby.
I remember that.
So I couldn't really automate this without, tearing my hair out. I don't actually have hair, but it
That's
still just
why.
made me go nuts. And so I just took an ender chest and put it 200 blocks up in the sky, so we'd never have to see it again.
Well,
And it has remained there ever since.
I actually have this automated in my base, and I used just making because I did it with five instead of. Oh no, you got five here. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
was able to automate my note without using an ender chest.
Yes, but this hasn't got anything to do with the processors. This is like the seed things that you need to drop into water with crystal growth
Oh,
accelerators.
okay. Oh, that's what that is. Sorry.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the Fluix crystals and stuff.
So you want your ring back?
Yeah, sure. They're
I
really
don't
easy
need
to
to.
make these.
I don't need to magnetize everything in my base. Oh, so that's
Yeah.
your system on how you make the crystals.
Yeah. This is
Ooh.
essentially all a automation, this little bundle of crap that I really wish wasn't made that way.
Oh, okay. There will definitely be some things we'll be talking about in the section two, the Q&A area after the base tour.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Um, this is this is just cobble production, and I'm showing you this because it's relevant when we go into the basement.
ah,
As you can see, and cobble is spawned in the chest, and it disappears, and it's spawned in the chest. I think this produces 256 cobble per second or per tick. I can't really remember
so
what the
what's
rules
you
are.
got lava in the middle there, and you have an errored transfer node,
Yeah, everything is error apparently.
but
I
yet
think we should update Wyla.
maybe. Yeah, because I was having issues with looking at my ME cables and seeing the channels.
Yeah, there's improvement to be done there. But yeah, essentially you put all you need is to put a transfer node on a cobblestone block between a block of lava and a block of water, and you put world interaction upgrades in it. And it'll spawn cobblestone extremely lag free.
Oh wow!
Yes,
I know I might just use Ignis extruders, but
they are extremely laggy
oh okay.
in comparison. Um, yeah, this is,
Oh, that's the
if you
food
look at it,
chest.
the remnants of the food chest. If you go underneath here, you can see some of the logic required. It's very simple. I guess that's some of the stuff I can explain later if you want,
Yeah,
if you require me to.
machine inventory manager. Oh okay.
Over here's a pretty nifty thing from something, random things. It's an online detector, which means that I can allocate the power I'm producing depending on if I am around or not. So currently we're using like around 10,000 RF per tick, powering a massive wireless system so that we can build outside our base, 500 blocks in each direction from the center. But if I go offline, that'll shut itself down.
Because now that chunk isn't
And
loaded where you're building, right?
well, I won't be using the wireless essentially,
Oh okay.
since I'm not online. So instead, we put the power into a mining laser. So, and it'll mine. So it'll use the energy efficiently, like it'll use the potential of our power production.
Oh okay.
I guess this is as good as any place to continue.
Okay.
This is just most of this is just stuff that I had to put somewhere.
Why is
We
the
had to
floor
do.
sparkling? Oh, bees
There are
below
bees
it.
underneath.
Oh okay.
Yes. And this is our collection of trophies. Don't
Oh, it
click
hurts! It
the place.
hurts! Ah!
These are actually some of the best things ever for trolling people, like this. You can just put an autonomous activator on it.
And people are like, "Where's the freaking gas?"
Yeah, it's amazing. I did it to James and he pooped his pants. I loved it.
Get witched.
Um,
Oh.
this is another, I guess, token thing for me. I'll always set up a enchanting table that anyone's allowed to use from Bibliocraft. This is using this setup, you can actually copy any book and get specific enchants. So if you want protection, for instance, and unbreaking on your armor, you can do this really easily just using experience and this typesetting table and the printing press.
Oh, neat.
And this is actually a very neat thing actually as well. If you look into this ME terminal,
Yeah.
you'll see it's only enchanted books. This is actually a subnetwork. So if you go over here to the main network and you search book, I guess, yeah, you can see all of the books there.
Oh,
as
so
well.
you're using a view thing to make it only so that you can see books there.
No, it's a subnetwork. So I have a storage bus under the interface. I can show you later, but essentially, like the gist of it is, if you put things in here, it'll store it in there.
Oh, okay.
So it's got its own drive and everything. I'm not sure if there's anything more over here, really, except for me and Dries' double bed, of course. You know, we like to sleep together.
I know. I saw the picture. It was very cute.
Sometimes he chooses to deny it, but
he likes the spoon.
he does. He really does.
What's here?
This is our torture chamber.
As we just come from you two sleeping in bed together, to the torture chamber.
This is where we produce the blood that we splash our rivers with, essentially. If you look down here, there's I think there should normally it'll be witches, but since this game is sometimes very unreliable,
Hey, I got
there are
skeletal.
instead just regular mobs around there,
Yeah,
and
spiders.
they get tortured for their blood until they die.
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything down there.
Over and over.
So
Yeah.
is that cursed earth down there?
Yes.
Ah.
So we'll keep spawning mobs and we keep getting blood. We have 60,000 buckets of blood in this drum.
Life
even.
essence.
Yeah, it's blood. And 61 more in this, so we're preparing for a pretty big blood project.
Ow!
This...
Ow! Ow!
What happened? Come back.
Bill,
this is gonna be like one of the big things I'm gonna show you that you're gonna love, but don't touch any of this. Do not touch any of this, I swear to God. Dries will have your fucking tits, mate. He will fucking have your tits. But
Okay.
this shit, I'm gonna show you later what this does. But it is amazing. We have named the tool that uses this setup. We have named it the Destroyer of Worlds. So there you go.
What
That's a
is
tease
all this
for a little bit
crap?
later.
They
It's a spell.
look like but they look like berry bushes, almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Which I just ran into going through the veil over there.
Oh yeah. This is our first... This is a dark room. I always have a dark room because certain mechanics in Minecraft require complete darkness. And this is just an oreberry farm. There's nothing exciting about it, really.
With mushroom farm over here, kind
Yeah.
of seeing it. Then random mushrooms growing. So what's your ground then that you got mushrooms growing on it? Cobblestone, small cobblestone tile. Okay.
This is essentially just retextured cobblestone. It's a chisel thing.
Oh, okay.
This is something like a little bit of an advice for maybe players who haven't come across it before, or players who haven't really looked up all the machines in Minefactory Reloaded. The harvesters produce a liquid called sludge, which is poisonous.
Yep.
It's
the
kind of
sludge,
like dirt and water.
You can put it
Over
into
here-
a sludge boiler and it'll make dirt and crud stuff and random crap.
Exactly. Most specifically, it'll make stuff like soul sand and
Yeah.
clay,
Yeah.
which is annoying to harvest.
Yeah.
But this way, if you have a couple of harvesters going, and you should just keep a sludge boiler going at all times, because
I
keep
have
you
a
stocked.
sludge boiler, but I hadn't hooked into the ME yet, so I hadn't turned it on.
yeah. And as you can see, we got poisoned by it because
Yeah, it's
it's
sludge.
not a healthy procedure, apparently.
No, it's not most environmentally friendly.
I think that's all for this level. There are secrets that are not ready to be revealed.
Don't worry, they get whispered to me every 20 minutes.
We can we can just jump down one level here. If you look down, you should be able to see. I'll show you this first.
I think I went too far.
There should be trees.
No,
You
I
should
went
come
too
to the
far
trees.
again. Oh no, more secrets are being whispered to. I'm lost. Where am I? Okay, I'm back in the control room.
I'll do this. There you go.
Hey, your head looks nice.
Welcome back. This is an integral part of our power production, believe it or not. That's the main reason of this room.
Oh wait, you're using forestry farmers.
Yes, I did some testing when we set up the server initially, and the forestry farms seems to cause the least
faster.
It seems to cause the least CPU lag for some reason, like CPU drain. I'm not really sure how to accurately measure it, but I think they're just a tad better than the MBFR harvesters.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like say an oath and swear it's true because I'm not an expert, but I think they're pretty good in terms of lag. So I tried them for this server, and as you can tell, they're working out pretty nice.
So is
they
this...
have
Go ahead.
They have a couple of pretty big disadvantages. They require both dirt and fertilizer.
Yeah.
But I can show you how that's being supplied when we go underneath here. But I figured we'd go down here before we go up here.
Okay.
You can see the travel anchor in the floor here, actually, if you look up.
Okay.
Hop!
Yoink. So is this charge 4 actually glowing? Is that your light source? Oh, okay. I must look into this.
This is actually
mod.
glowing. Yes. Soulstaff is actually my base mate's.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a spotlight on
mod.
it here at some point. I was waiting for the update to come out.
Yeah. This is our power plant. It produces in excess of 20,000 RF per tick using sugar, apples, wood and saplings, essentially. And of course the processed carcasses of blazes.
See, this one has blaze powder in it.
Yes.
And biomass.
This is the power plant that has gone through so many iterations, and it'll probably go through many more iterations before it's optimized. But essentially, if you come over here, this is the heart of the operation. There's a machine inventory manager here. It has 84 commands in it. The logic in this is just incredibly stupid and complex. But
deep storage. Only 349,000 saplings in this one.
Yeah, there's 2.5 million almost sugar in this one.
Oh, wow.
You'll see where that's coming from in a bit. I think you'll like that.
Dang.
The only real reason I use deep storage units here is because I don't want any part of the production line to stop at any point.
Makes sense.
Since we don't use things continuously, the engines are only on when they need to be on. So if we want to perma run them later, it's a good. We have some furnaces here that
make your
smells.
charcoal.
Yeah,
which
and we have some pulverizers
284,000 of.
What?
284,000 charcoal.
Okay, well, that needs to be fixed. Anyway, pulverizers,
286,000.
Blazes, and sugar.
Okay.
It kind of does both.
And you got the residents, so you got the high tiered ones.
Yeah, they're actually not. They don't have any upgrades in them. I just always make the highest tier because look at the shiny.
That was great. Fermenters to make your biomass, squeezers to make oil, seed oil, or whatever else you need.
They make fruit juice from apples, and they also make mulch, which is the catalyst that you can see in the bottom of the fermenters. I believe mulch is the best, and we have quite an excess of it.
Okay.
And one of the fun parts of the logic that you can do with Steve's factory manager is that if you look on the left of you here, these fermenters actually only have water in them, and water produces it has a multiplier of 1, so it's like standard amount of biomass produced per sapling.
Yeah.
Whereas fruit juice has a 1.5 multiplier, giving it a 50% increase. And the logic is set up so that these fermenters run as long as there's fruit juice. If there's no fruit juice, this will start running.
Oh, okay. Now, doesn't honey have a higher multiplier than fruit juice?
Last I looked, it was the same.
Oh, okay.
It's been changed and balanced over and over
Only
for the
90 million
past
RF.
years. So yeah, I'm gonna make this a lot smaller. There's no real need to have a capacitor bank this big. It's stupidly big.
Okay, and what's this lovely auto spawner?
This is just a place where we can spawn mods safely when we need them for various reasons. If you click the lever, you'll see something a little bit funny happening. Hopefully.
I click. It do nothing.
What's it doing? Please. Oh, there we go. It took a while for it for some reason. It's gonna spawn a mob in a second here, and if you just jump up here, you're gonna see a neat feature added in one of the later versions of Ender.io.
Hello, skeleton.
It will actually be
He shot you in the eye.
pulled to this attractor obelisk here. So it doesn't have a choice.
Ow. They're hurting me.
They're hurting it?
Stop shooting me.
I'm not sure if this is...
I don't think
what's
it's
going on
working.
here, then? It's not. I wonder why. Oh well.
They're just shooting each other now.
That's a troublesome thing. Don't worry. I am infinite.
We took them. Hey, hey, random thing. Come back here,
But
little
essentially,
guy.
if you configure this right, I guess I've made some kind of mistake. This attractor obelisk will pull the mobs into it. That might actually be the issue. I've set it to the wrong mode. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the upside, of course, with this setup is that if you need wither skeleton skulls, you can put a beheader, a cleaver with beheading into this autonomous activator. It'll pull the wither skeletons.
And behead them.
Yeah, and you don't have to
Ritualistically.
stand and do it manually. This is, of course, the bottom of the torture chamber.
Because when I murder people, I don't want to murder with my own hands. I'd rather it be automated in some way, shape, or form.
Look, I'm lazy, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's genetic.
Look. You're getting blood all over the floor here. It's dripping.
I'm sorry. Sorry. You have arrows in your eye.
You had air. You have one in your neck.
It's okay, I don't have a soul.
I guess so.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this is some bees. Some processing for bees. These things squeeze honeycombs into things that we have way too much of.
And this is why you don't like bees.
Ooh,
regen, imperial bees.
This also gives...
Quantum.
I set this up, I just never bothered turning it off.
Oh, it's your
This
seed.
produces flowers. I wanted some poppies. We now have 15,000 poppies. That'll be enough for a while, I think.
What the hell? Where do you get dancing experience balls?
This is not correct. I wonder why it's doing this.
We followed the bouncing balls.
This is some sort of bug, I think. This is, yeah. I'm just touching on things ever so briefly all the time here. This little setup that you see here
That I'm
is set to
standing
convert
on?
experience.
Oh.
That I'm by over here. The
Okay.
experience. This makes sure that there is always a little bit of mob essence in the ender tank.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't produce too much. It just makes sure that there's some.
Oh,
And if it's
XP
empty,
shower.
it'll continue producing. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a pretty neat way of doing it. If you haven't been able to figure out another way yourself.
Neat. And then this looks like your cobble conversion system.
Yes, this makes smaller cobblestones.
What are you down here to? All the way to quintupled?
Septuple, I believe. Sextuple? I'm not sure. I'll have a look.
It says
Compressed.
quintuple, so 6. Or no,
It makes sextuple
oh, okay.
in the end here. These are made into, and then they get pushed into the under system here.
Dang.
And yeah, they.
Flowers,
As
flowers,
I showed you the
flowers,
chest
flowers.
over there. There's more here, and they just keep getting made.
So that's from your setup upstairs that makes the 256 cobble a second.
Yes, and the reason I do this is just to make the bedrock drums to store a lot of liquids in.
Yeah, because you need
There's no
high compressed stuff, right?
Yeah, you need millions, like 80 million, I think, or something, for 2 drums.
And this looks like the nerve center of your ME system.
Essentially, yeah. It's quite poorly set up at the moment. It's gone through a few iterations as well. It's not the best that you could imagine. I have tried to go for a low lag setup, since I don't need things to be, stupidly fast. But essentially, these are crafting pylons. These are the equivalents of MAX, the molecular assembly chambers from the initial AE. And the actual crafting takes place over here. There's 64 interfaces on, I think, 16 molecular assemblers.
So 64
which are all
times
upgraded,
9.
of course. Yeah, they're not all full, but they're almost all full. So.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it to our challenge, work and stuff.
Did you lose?
Yeah, pretty much. I could have won, but I just didn't give it as much effort.
You prioritized real life.
I did. I made
You
up
know
with,
what
like,
we call that?
what?
You know what we call that in our community?
Uh-oh.
Cashwell.
Cashwell. Oh.
Okay.
Well, I did make it up to like 260 or 70.
That's pretty good.
But
I am proud of you, my son.
thank you, Massa.
We can go down in the basement. Actually, we can go over here real quick. This power plant obviously uses a stupid amount of sugar, and it took me forever to try and figure it out, how to do it. So in the end, I just gave up and did this. If you go to the travel anchor beneath here, you'll see my little garden, as I call it, or the heroin production plant, as some others call it.
There we... Whoa.
Hello!
What the
This is a 3x3 chunk of sugar canes.
48 by 48 blocks worth of sugarcane.
More or less. Some of it goes to waste in the corners, of course, but...
Dude, you must be high
it's
on
the only
sugar
real
all
way
the
to
time.
keep up. Yeah. And there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm scared. I'll hide in
Yeah,
the canes. He'll
let's,
never find me. They're breaking all the sugar cane.
Oh, you're making such a mess! I worked so hard for this setup!
Oh shit, I actually broke some right on the ground floor. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can fix it. Okay. But this is essentially just a massive sugarcane farm. There's nothing too exciting about it.
This must have took forever.
A little while. And then there's just one more travel anchor downstairs. There's nothing exciting here. There's, I guess this could be a little bit exciting to watch.
Well, my question is, well, first off, out of all the other travel anchors, why is this one like 6 blocks off the ground?
Because if you can't see the anchors above, you can't teleport to them. And down here, the darkness makes it so you can't see it.
Oh, so it's a visual thing. You actually have to be high enough so you get above the shroud of bedrock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
If you fly over here, you can see
Hello, Mr. Blaze. And you're dead.
We're using the Ender IO spawners since we feel they're balanced. They require power to spawn blazes.
Okay.
800 RF a tick per spawner. And they just keep getting spawned and they die and they spawn and they die. This would be a great way to supply a reactant for our power plant, but this is derpy and doesn't really work when players aren't online in the chunks. So it doesn't really work with force loading chunks, it only works with gold loaded chunks.
Well, then I guess that makes them a little more balanced then, eh?
Yeah, I would say so as well. But that's why I had to do the sugar canes instead, sadly.
And
Over here,
sugarcane dirt above us.
yeah. So as you can see, it's quite massive. This is, right now, the version of Mine Factory Reloaded is broken. Hopefully it'll get updated when Tema's been working on the CoFH stuff for a while. This is just a place I've set up to see if I can spawn blazes using MFR instead, and if that works when players are not in the chunks.
Okay.
But I haven't done that yet, so I don't know.
Look at you.
This is a little bit of a laser setup.
Look at you over here, so rich that you don't even care about those 3 things of iron in the wall. I hate you.
Sorry. This is actually designed, if you look into the middle thing, it's designed to mine iron right now. Don't have all that much of it.
See, not so rich now, are we?
I'm sorry.
So, how exactly does this work? Like, you got it down here at bedrock level. I thought the higher it was, the better.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You fed me false info.
I did?
Yes, you told me
I'm
the higher
pretty
up
sure
it was, the less energy it used.
No, that was someone else. They changed that, I think, as they moved to 1.7.10, maybe versions before that even. It used to be that like 192 was the best, but now it doesn't matter, so I just have it down here. This can accept 20,000 RF per tick, 5,000 per precharger. So it's a really good way to dump excess power. And it's a really neat endgame mining mechanic in my opinion.
So what does it get there? 1,000,000 RF it holds?
Maybe, I don't know.
Looks like
It's
it.
not too much. Yeah, it's not a lot.
And that's 96,000. Okay. But I mean, so what's the idea? Like, it just mines up ore?
I'm not really sure what like the roleplay thing behind it is, but what it does, it just spawns ore with power.
So...
But I think what it, ah! Ow! 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 Ow!
You walked into the laser, didn't you?
It's okay. I have a watering can. Okay.
Meanwhile,
It's
while
fine,
we
I'm
were...
done. I think it mines the layers of bedrockium. Like, it's a mechanic to access the otherwise inaccessible ores in the very dense bedrockium ore layers or something.
Okay.
I read it at some point, but didn't really pay attention because Mine Factory Reloaded is a derpy mod,
So...
which I always end up using.
So is it something like every time it goes 300 works, it gives you 1 piece of iron ore?
It gives me 1 piece of ore. Having the laser foci there only makes it so that like half the ores will be... I'm not quite sure of the math. I haven't done the math myself. I've only looked at untrustworthy people's math.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so I just saw a chunk of lead come in and disappear.
yeah. So it'll be like most of the stuff that you get, a majority will be iron if you have the iron foci in, but not all of it. And you can switch colors depending on what you want.
Oh, okay.
But at the moment, iron and gold is kind of what we're lacking, the vanilla materials. Oh! Oh! I almost forgot.
Okay. I just get timed out.
Oops. So did I.
Uh-oh.
So rest in peace server, maybe.
So due to technical difficulties, we're going to hit the pause button on this recording, and we'll be right back.